Hello everyone, I'm Chibiyuuto here, and I'm with Marianne. She's my Canadian friend.
Hello!
I'm here in Quebec City, and I'm spending a few weeks here. We've been traveling around for a while, but for the moment we decided we're back to
the headquarters.
yes, the headquarters. That's right. And we're going to do some clump chat, some clump talk here, because Marianne is a big fan, big follower.
A clam freak, yes?
Yes, a clump freak like me, and she has a really huge collection, the biggest collection I've ever seen of clump stuff. You could even say that she could create the first like museum for sure, because she has some really cool stuff and really unique things, and some stuff that are out of print, they don't make anymore. It's really envious to have, yeah. So tell me about. Do you remember what was your first the first thing you ever bought?
It was something like Tokyo Babylon volume in French, or maybe some X. I don't remember which one I started to buy first. The first Japanese one was the art book of Wish, which is the first thing I bought from Amazon.co.jp.
So that was your first original Japanese client stuff?
Yeah.
Wow, I'm surprised you remember that. But how long have you been following Clump?
I started about the year 2000.
Okay.
And the first thing I bought from Amazon.co.jp.
I thought you were older than that. I mean, you.
No, not really. We are pretty much on the same.
Yeah, because I started in 2000. At the end of 2000. So it was almost the same.
Yeah, maybe I'm a few months earlier than you, but not much.
Okay, and I'm surprised you remember the first thing, because you have so much stuff.
I have a good memory.
Yeah, the first thing that I bought was the first volume of Clover.
Oh.
That was the first Japanese. I bought the Brazilian edition for Captor Sakura, but the first original one in Japanese was Clover 1.
Okay.
The first X was X the 16, the volume 16, where Subaru and Seishiro
kill each other.
Yeah, they kill each other, and so that's the one. I remember those two because it was very special. The first one and the first X one.
The first X one must have been number 1.
Okay.
Because I'm that conservative. I usually buy them in number.
Yeah, for me.
And I didn't want anyone to borrow them from, so I had to.
Okay, for me it was because I knew that the art was getting better. With the latest volumes. So at the time that I bought the volume 16, there was only the 17 available, but the 17 was not available in the bookstore, so I had to buy the previous one, which was the 16. So that's why
you first had the 16 and then
because I didn't have the 17. So I went backwards because I like the art. With X it was a little. I had some like some of the first ones, and then some of the later ones, and then I filled the middle eventually. So back to your collection. We already talked about this before in the first days that I was here. So which is your most precious item from your collection?
All the arts by Clam, especially the one who are in colors, which are not appear in any printed edition.
So you changed your mind? It's not. No, it's no longer the Wish.
The Wish is one of them.
Okay.
It's the cover, which is the special edition cover, which I talked to you, but it's not available in the art book itself. They just say we have done this one and stuff.
Yeah, because Marianne has a special edition of a Wish art book. It's limited edition.
Yeah,
with a
it was a
different...
limited edition you could get buying the latest Wish, I think, and something of Go Drug and...
No, not Go Drug.
Yeah, it was Go Drug, and
Really?
yeah, the art book came later after the end of the series of...
That much later?
That
you still
much
have
later.
Tsukita Karasuki in the between.
Yes, but it was that much later.
Okay.
Um,
Because there's this special version with a different cover, and that's it. It's just a different cover.
yeah, it's in 2001.
Oh, okay, yeah, so Go Drug was running
Yeah.
already.
So it's a special cover you get when you bought the second volume of Go Drug, and I think it was the last Shoujo Teikaku.
Okay, which used to be the magazine where Go Drug was being
Published the
published.
second one
Yeah.
on the 4 ones. It used.
Yeah, on the 4 ones. That's right. It's a lot of magazines.
A lot of magazines.
Okay, so that's your. So you change your mind. You like your Wish art book, but
Yeah,
you
the
prefer the original art that's not collected.
Which is the
in any
same.
art book.
Because it's not in the art book, it's only the cover of special.
I know, but it's
in
you have
the-
to pick only one.
But they are all together. All the title page I have, which are not in art book magazine and stuff. All the special editions stuff I have, which were not published afterward, or maybe it's a big definition.
Yeah, no, you're choosing too much.
much,
You should be more.
More precise.
Yes.
Only a single item.
Yes. The one that you said it, the one that was hard enough to get. Or, just the one that if your place catches on
Probably
fire,
do the...
what will you
Oh
take?
man. Just one if it gets on fire? No,
Yes.
I will get the
No,
fire
I know you can
extender
take
and
more of it, but
I will save them with my life over my dead body. Now, probably I will burn with my collection. I would probably be one of the special manga that Clam did for X or Rigveda.
You mean the old ones?
Yeah, the old ones with our you get with either DOVAs or stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, for me, I would say, yeah, I already told you that. If I had to pick one from all of the things that I saw here, which is a lot of stuff, I would probably choose that first doujinshi. I think that was Marianne has the first doujinshi that Clamp produced ever in 1987. It's a really interesting item because it's really homemade. Of course they were already very professional back then, but it was the first one, so it has like an OB strip. An OB strip is like a belt, a paper belt that usually comes with a manga. Like sometimes they put some announcements or advertisements. So this one had an OB strip, and it's like a recycled paper, and it's printed at, like you can do it at your home with your printer, and they might have printed themselves and cut it themselves the OB and wrapped
Folded and sell.
yeah and folded and wrapped around the doujinshi, and it was the first one, so it was the first official Clamp
Art.
yeah and work.
Yep.
Yeah, all together. So that's very special for me. Also, you have the first the South magazine. Yep. Where the first chapter of Rigveda was published.
Yep.
That's very special too. I would really treasure those two items. Of course, you have a lot of other stuff as well. But those, like, if I were to pick,
One,
Yeah.
just one.
yeah, like you said, what's your favorite? We were talking earlier before we were recording this. What's your favorite item from my collection? And I said, and I would have said the doujinshi and the South magazine.
Which are old stuff.
Yeah, old stuff, no, really difficult to get. Although you said the first doujinshi, it's not that difficult to find.
It's not that difficult to find, but it's not cheap.
Right. Okay. Do you have any idea how much money you spent on everything?
I don't know. Really, I don't know. I have seen some Visa bill over $1,000
Okay.
a few times.
Okay. Like every month or something. Not every month, but monthly.
Yeah.
Monthly.
When I was just
reports.
building the collection, when the first time I went to the auction, Japanese auctions. So yeah, there are some stuff here I pay a bit too much for.
So when did you realize that you were like starting to build a collection? I mean, when did you realize, oh, this is no longer this is the collection? I mean,
Yeah, it's no longer just some random
Yeah.
item together. It's really a collection. Probably when I started to buy stuff from Japan, from Yahoo Auction and from GP Queen, to get really stuff.
which was around what year?
Probably 2005 or 2004.
Okay.
And that's when I start to have really
That's pretty much how long we
Been
know
talking
each
about,
other.
yeah.
Around 2005.
looks like this. Yep.
Yeah, I thought you had already a big collection back then. You were,
No,
so you were
because I
starting.
didn't know where to get my stuff, and I was just starting
Yeah, and
to
the
read
internet wasn't that.
that efficient back then. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
And also, I wasn't. I was still reading series from Clamp. I wasn't yet getting to the point where you want to get more from it because you don't have them all first. So. So what in my collection is the? Is there something that really struck you that you didn't know it existed at all, except
the
panties?
panties. Yeah, absolutely. The panties was. I never saw it. I mean, all the other stuff. I've seen pictures. I've seen. I know that they
Scan
existed. I
stuff.
knew they existed, but the panties. Yeah, that's.
I didn't
new.
know either. Just when I opened the box, it was there, but before I
Wow.
didn't haven't.
Yeah, what we're talking about here is it was a Shoten doujinshi.
Shoten 5.
Shoten 5. It comes with a customized panties, like underwear, or a girl's underwear, and it's really
Blue, green.
yeah. The color is greenish blue, and there's some stuff written in it like
It's fighting panties, fighting for our happiness or something like that.
yeah, I know those English. They used to use a lot of English sentences back then, like
Yeah.
for independent boys and girls. But this one is, I don't remember, for fighting for your happiness, something
Yeah, I
like
think
that.
something like that.
And there was the symbol, the Shoten symbol, the logo, something like that. There was clamp written, and it comes with in the Ziploc package.
Yeah.
Not like a Ziploc. I mean,
Not a
fancy.
real-
Yeah,
fancy.
not like your kitchen Ziploc, but a fancy.
A zipping bag,
Yes.
plastic bag.
With also some stamps on it, so it's very
Professional. Even though
it's a doujinshi, yeah. So that really surprised me, and they did it themselves. They didn't have a third a company to do that for them. They did it.
they had to go
themselves.
to the printer and ask
Exactly.
for the panties and ask
Yeah.
for the Ziploc bag and print the actual Shoten and stuff. So yeah, it was.
And the size, it's not really something that you can wear. It's really small.
No, it's really small.
Yeah,
It's
it's
something
something like
for
a
kids.
kid, like that 2-year-old kid, maybe not bigger
No,
than that.
maybe my 7 years old
Oh, yeah,
niece
that's
could
right.
be, but
That's right, maybe, yeah. So for 7-year and younger
Yep.
kids, not older than that. Maybe if you're Japanese, you can wear it for until you're
Yeah,
10 or
10.
12 because they're smaller and Japanese people. So the doujinshi is something that I really it struck me as well because they're very different from each other. They're all shoten, but
Yeah, but all totally different
yes,
in the design, and especially the Shoten 5, which is one they had to work in while they were working on Rig Veda and Nijomen.
Niju Mensho ni Onegai. Yes. Yes, they it's very different. So you have not only the printing, the cover material is different, the paper, the case as well.
Yeah.
Every volume has a different case, different design, and some of them come with like
The invitation.
yeah, like
a wedding invitation.
wedding
with the
invitation and sometimes other goods,
goodies.
yes, so that's very interesting. I've never seen, I've never touched a dojishi, a clamp dojishi before. I think that was the first time. So yeah, that was something that it struck me in your collection as well.
Like I told you before, what drew me to them was the fact that they could write stories about very different subjects. Something very gory to something very girlish.
Yes, that's one of the things as well. I mean, I have to, whenever I try to pick one particular reason why I like clamp, there's not a single reason. There's always a list of things that I like about them. Like what you mentioned is one of them, that they are very, they can cross genders, they can write about anything for young girls, for older girls, for boys, younger boys, and different genders and different styles. That's one thing. And at the same time as well.
Yeah, at the same time, going on girly stuff in 1 week and then gory the next one.
Yes, it's not like, oh, we are going through a phase where we like girlish stuff and then that's over, let's jump to more gory stuff. No, they're simultaneous. So you they have always been working with different things at the same time. That's another thing that I like about them, the fact that they can work on several series at the same time and do not only this, but other stuff too, like all the collaborations, and sometimes Okawa write the scripts for the animes, which is other thing that I like about them, because they get involved in the anime productions.
You don't see them often.
Yes, and because of that, the adaptation is more faithful to the.
Yeah, a bit less faithful because.
Less faithful?
Yeah, it doesn't follow exactly the plot of the manga.
What do you mean?
I mean, sometimes something will happen in the manga,
sure,
and this will totally disappear. But it's the same story in a different version from the same author, which is.
So it's not less faithful. It's faithful because it's the author.
It's faithful to the spirit, not to the leaders.
Sometimes it is.
So, yeah, sometimes they are both. But what is interesting is to see the author rewrite the stories to make it fit in a new format. For example, Cardcaptor Sakura, where she had characters and stuff, or in X the movie, where she took stuff out.
if I were to have a different setting, different events happening in the anime, I would rather have that being done by the original author, or rather than, I mean, instead of somebody else.
Yeah.
So, okay, so since we're going to do something different, let's ask the author to join us, because the author knows what really works, and what's right and what's wrong.
The character's personality is, and what they will do in which situation and stuff.
Exactly. So, so the fact that they get involved, it's another thing that I like, and which is why sometimes when they don't get involved, I don't like the result.
Final product, because
because there's no involvement. The fact that they don't have assistants, so I like that a lot, because it means they can do everything by themselves, which is nice.
And they are enough with 4 girls to do all those series together.
Exactly.
You don't need an army of assistants.
Yes, and it's 4 women, but actually 3 who draw, so it's only 3 persons drawing, so that's even more impressive. What else? Well, there's the art, of course, which is something. Recently, they haven't been that detailed about their art. It's not well. Gate 7
is
very satisfying.
But for the last years, with Tsubasa and Onyx, they were okay.
Yes,
but it's not the X and Arcoveda per
it's not the clamp standard that we were used to have during so many years. But they're back in Gate 7 now. I'm very happy with the art. So I'm glad to see that they can still
come back to this style.
Mm-hmm.
Although it make me miss X even more.
Oh yeah, that too. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's hard to pick one reason why to like them, which is why I like them so much, because
there are many reasons.
There are many reasons. Yeah, I think there's like 30 items I could say. I like the fact that they're all women. There's no, I mean, it's nice because women are, I mean, they're not, but they have been. It's been difficult for women to, since the beginning of the age, and to just do their stuff, and to just be seen as
a worthy artist, because it have been times where you couldn't be an artist and a woman.
Exactly, and being seen as capable of as everybody else, as men. So that always, especially in Japan, which has this reputation of repressing women and stuff. So for them, back in the early 90s, must have been very difficult.
Maybe
to just be there among so many men, mangaka and editors and publishers. So it shows a lot of strength. So I like that. What else? The fact that they use the same characters, I like that, because they reuse some characters.
Yeah, which come from another word, or just step from one series to another. For example, the one in which the character in which you see in others series around.
Yes, so that's another thing. So there's a lot of stuff that sometimes I'm just something happens and I think, oh, that's why I like them, because of that and because of that and because of that and because of that. So there's not just
one reason.
Yeah.
The biggest reason would be that the stories always have interesting punch, or about always. Oh
yeah, for sure. You don't. I mean, it has to be a combination of art and story to work, because
Just
for
art
me,
is.
yeah, for me it doesn't work. I mean, just art is very good for me. I mean, I really like to look at something well drawn, but the story could be silly. I would still read it. It wouldn't be something that would remain forever, like a um, like a message. I mean, the drawing would be more vivid in my memory than the story,
Okay.
or the other way around, when the story is really good but the drawing
Sucks.
yeah, it's horrible. It wouldn't work for me. The story can be really good, but if the drawings are not good, I cannot read it. I tried it, but it doesn't.
You can't enter, and you just see the flaw in the drawing,
Exactly.
so you don't enjoy the story.
Yes, so for me it's really difficult. It has to be a good combination of both. So yeah, that's why Clump has captured me so much, because they have good story and good art. Yes.
Before you get to Clump, is there anything else you were interested?
Oh
In the
yeah,
way you-
yeah. I liked Pokemon.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a big hit. I mean, I think it was around the
Yeah,
whole world.
it
Yeah,
was about the same
Everybody-
years in Canada. It was the
yeah.
Pokemon
Everybody
craze.
had the Pokemon phase, so I was into that, and the whole Game Boy, playing Game Boy games and trading cards games. They had a trading
Yeah,
cards. I used to collect that. But yeah, it started with Pokemon, baby, for me, and then Sakura came, and I was like,
it was after the Pokemon, you said, or
Sakura?
before, yeah.
it was
Around the same
after.
hours?
It was after, yeah, definitely after. I mean,
So it was Pokemon who gave you a Clamp, who led you to meet Clamp.
yes, because I was into Japanese stuff, manga and anime, so I was like, okay, so let's try this new anime and see how it goes, because I hadn't watched it like other animes at the time, like Dragon Ball.
Yep.
Although I didn't like it that much, but
It's
I
a
knew
bad
it.
anime. Anyway.
Yeah, but I have seen it, and I don't remember what was airing back then. I knew Sailor Moon because it had aired in Brazil.
Sooner.
No, a few years ago,
Okay.
before Pokemon, but I didn't watch it, but I knew of its existence. So, but yeah, I knew. I was starting to know the other, that there were other mangas and other animes and stuff like that. So eventually the Sakura anime premiered in Brazil, and I thought I'll give it a try, because it's a new anime, and it airs. I remember that I told you this before. It was supposed to air after Sailor Moon.
Yep.
So both Sailor Moon and Cardcaptor Sakura premiered in the same day, and originally I was going to watch Sailor Moon first, and I didn't really think about Sakura because I didn't know it. So Ray Earth, by the way,
Yep.
aired in Brazil in 94, 95. I didn't watch it, but I knew about it.
Okay.
I knew of its existence. So Sailor Moon was going to premiere with Sakura, and I was more interested in Sailor Moon first, because I heard about it, everybody loved it, and Sakura was new to me. I didn't know anything about it. And I even told you that I didn't like it before at
the
first.
first day, yeah, the first episode was.
But then it was the other way around. I like it more Sakura than Sailor Moon. So that's how it started. What about you? Did you follow any anime before Sakura?
Before it was Evangelion, which we have rented to in a store nearby, and watching that. Oh, this is not what you see in your common anime on TV shows. I want more of these. So that's how I discovered X, and it was also what is his name? Initial D, and other gothic, dark stuff. That's how I met Madhouse.
Okay.
Because many of these movies are from Madhouse. There was Ninja Scroll and stuff like that. So I was really in my past gore. And Sakura took me a while to get some good feeling for her, because when she first aired on French Canadian television, I was like, but what, that kid stuff? I could have gotten Evangelion, I could have gotten Cowboy Bebop. Why Sakura?
So you were mad at first?
I was mad. She was using a slot.
Yeah, a TV slot for you could have like something more gory.
Yeah, something more adult.
And instead you had like a fluffy girl, dresses.
And pink.
Yes, that was my first impression as well. When I first saw it, I was like, I'm so not watching this. It's it looks stupid. It looks girly and not just girly, just bad girly and
girly for very young kids.
Stupid girly, yeah. But the first episode was okay, but I wasn't paying much attention because at the time I was with a friend of mine. He was at my home at that time, so I didn't pay much attention. But then, like I told you, the second episode I missed it. I didn't watch it at all, which is the shadow card.
Yep.
And then the third episode, that one I watched it and I paid more attention, and that's when I thought, okay, this could be good. So that's because the whole thing about the water card, and she had to use the shadow card, and she
to
shadow,
come
or the fly. She used the shadow. I don't remember. Oh no, she had to freeze it.
Yeah, to freeze it in the
she,
freezer. So she had to lure it into.
Exactly. So that was nice because it showed like she had to use strategy to capture the card. So I thought, that's interesting. And then that's how it's all started. But you mentioned the X movie, and that was for me it was a big turning point. It was definitely the reason why I began researching about Clamp and be more interested in their other works, because I knew Clamp from Sakura, and then I watched X, and I was like, whoa! I was blown away by it. I was really I hadn't read the manga, of course. The movie was the first thing from X that I watched it. So, which is why I think that. That's why I think I like it, because some people who read the manga first were very disappointed.
Yeah,
with
because
the
it's
movie.
very different. But
Yeah,
those who started with the movie,
because they cut a lot of material.
Yeah, and underuse a lot of characters.
Yes, but I didn't have that.
And Tetsu's not there.
Yes, but for me it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
So I didn't felt that at all, because it's I haven't read the manga yet, so everything was new for me. And that movie, I still like it, even after I read the manga. I still like it, and I was just blown away because I couldn't imagine how the creators. It was the same creators of Sakura.
Yeah.
Because I would expect that they would create
something
similar. Yeah, or no, or I thought that the other works for the creators of Sakura were also similar to Sakura.
Yeah, right. You started with Sakura.
Yes.
That's why you expected stuff.
Yes, that
girly
was
stuff, and I started with X, so I was expecting gory stuff.
Okay. So X was your first one.
X was my first one.
Sakura.
I said I heard of Sakura and I saw some few episodes, but I wasn't hooked.
Okay. So for me, it was like, okay, so if these people can do Sakura and these people, the same people can do this kind of movie, they're good.
And excel in both genres.
Yeah, and well, I thought that they, in fact, back then, I thought that they weren't quite. I mean, they didn't put all their effort into Sakura because X was so more well drawn and more bigger in everything than Sakura. I mean, that's my impression at the time, and so I thought they didn't use all of their strength into Sakura. They have so much more in store.
Yeah, they had so much more effort me on X than Sakura.
Yes, yes. So yeah, so the X movie was a big turning point for me, which it was the thing that made me go for Clamp.
Me too.
Me
And
too.
now I remember that when I first saw X, and it was at the end of X, we have seen the whole movie, and then I still don't know why they call it X. Let's go read the manga.
Okay, so that's why.
That's why.
Yeah, we still don't know why they call X.
Yeah, we don't know why they call it X.
Yeah, we've seen it like in the interview. I think they asked her
they say stuff like that.
because she gave like an explanation like it's because it's a cross and it's a question mark. It's an you don't know the meaning is something.
Yeah, it's a variable. And
yeah, but okay, it's a good title. I love it. It's one of the good titles.
Yeah, except that it's not easy to find it.
Yeah, that's true. I had some problems on the internet because
internet or when you go to library looking for one of the volume, and we have been working around a lot because the French editor had a problem to keep the volumes, every volumes up. So sometimes we had to run around in many library to find a precise volume. So try to find it with the guy on the computer looking in the database. X is not easy.
Indeed. Yeah, I had the same problem when looking for, I don't know, news or just images or.
Yeah,
it's just two. It's just one letter, so you can.
Even if you ask X clamp, you get some clamp device and.
Yeah, that too. So it's a problem. Yeah, for that. But other than that, it's a good title. I like it. It sounds good. Yep. Even the sound of
it's short,
yes.
Sweet.
Yes, and I like the covers. How?
Yeah, it's all dark with just an X.
You just change the color of the X. I love that. That's really a good decision that they had.
A good design.
Yeah, a good design decision. Yeah, I hope they keep it for. Well, hopefully they will release Deluxe Edition. Hopefully.
Probably.
Yeah, and I hope they keep the same strategy. I mean, I hope the same.
Design instead of changing it for a cover with drawing.
Illustrations. I don't think it fits X. I think I like the fact that it's all black and just the.
And you have a picture behind.
Exactly. You can have pictures other places, but not in the cover.
And I like the tarot card.
Oh yeah, that's nice too. That's really original. I mean, I like the fact that they imitate the original cards. So it's like X meets tarot card. It's interesting.
And they really study the symbology stuff to make sure it's
they fit the right character and the right position. I think the one that mostly that does the biggest justice would be the moon card. I think that card is very well represented.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Because you have the two towers behind Nataku, which is the building of the
Dragon of
Earth. The Dragon of Earth, and you have the Scorpio in
Yeah,
the
the
water,
scorpion in
and
the water,
the two
the two
dogs, and the moon, which is a um, Nataku represents the moon. I think it's a if you read the description of the moon, well, I'm not an expert in tarot, so I'm not going to say it, but I remember that at the time that I read, it made sense. Actually,
Yeah,
all of them make sense.
Yeah, all of them made sense.
Yeah.
Nataku is sickness, it's obstacle you encounter.
Yeah, it could be as well, but remember it had to do with genderless. You have like both male and female.
Yeah, you have
something
both
like
both male and female.
yes,
and
which
stuff.
is Nataku. Nataku is
Yep.
he's neither guy or girl. So
well, it's a bit of both.
yeah, it's a bit of both. So yeah, but visually speaking, I think it represents well the other ones as well. But that one, for me, is one of my favorites. Which is yours?
Mine. Which one? I like the second one a lot because everything is there. You have the two Solomon Inoto, yeah. You have the two Solomon Temple columns. You have a pillar. You have the screen to hide her face because she hide the truth and stuff like that. All the symbols behind the cards are there. Everything is placed in the right order, so it's really, really interesting to analyze this one. Okay. Even though the art is not top,
yeah,
but
yeah,
you can have it all.
Yeah, you can have it all. That's true. That's the problem of being the first covers. Yeah, like Kamui ones. The one from Kamui is well, it's old clamp, so. But I hope he will be in the last one, maybe.
Probably.
So
maybe, yeah.
We can see a new version of Kamui. Yeah. Okay.
Someday, if it ever comes back.
I was gonna ask you about something about X. What is it?
How do you expect X to end?
Oh, that's I don't talk about that. It's been so long. I don't even have
remember the theories.
Yeah, I don't have theories anymore. I just hope that. Well, it's cruel to say that, but I hope that we have a lot of deaths.
I want them all dead.
Yeah.
Like in the movie.
Like in the movie.
Because I saw the movie first.
Yeah, and I like it. I like the movie, that worked, so I wouldn't mind if they do that again. But what are your theories?
First, Sarata is about to die. Probably just one chapter, and that's probably why they refused to publish the chapter. Because he was getting killed by Arashi. So that's the.
But Arashi is not out yet. He didn't see her.
No,
but
maybe she would have gotten out and killed him in the next chapter.
That would be cool. That would be very, very cool. I mean, if she killed him, it would be so tragical, but so nice because it happened like in such a moment. I mean, what happened with them, and then she came for help because she couldn't create a Kikai anymore and release the sword. So she came to Hinoto because Hinoto is like a
mentor to her.
to Arashi, and it just happened that Hinoto it's gone, the good one.
The evil
has been
Hinoto
taken
is
over.
now...
Yeah, by the evil one. So it's talk about bad timing, and then she was kidnapped, like she was trapped in Hinoto's whatever dream, something, and she probably brainwashed her. We saw in the anime that she did that, so we're not sure if she's going to do that. But I think in the manga she mentions that when she wakes up she won't remember a thing, something like that.
Yeah, if I remember well.
So that would be cool if she wakes up and
kill Sarata, who just happened to be with Hinoto.
Yes, that would be nice. It's a nice twist and very tragical and very Arashi and Sorata. And the one in the anime, the one who died is also Sorata. So
Yeah, but he said he was going to die since the first time we met him. So
That's true, and he will be fulfilling his wish.
Yep.
That's true. His wish arc is the future that he has been told. So
yeah, and Arashi is about to pass as a dragon
yes,
of Earth,
yes,
of the Earth. So now the problem is, can they kill a dragon of the Earth without losing a dragon of the Haven? Because
oh, I know what I was going to ask you about Kanoe's death. So do you think that Fuma killed her or Hinoto killed her? What do you think? Because you remember this scene, right?
Yeah, it was kind of confusing.
Yes, like both things happening in the same time.
Probably they both killed her together at the same moment, just happened to be together. Or maybe Fuma was aware something weren't going too well, so he just decided to kill her.
Yeah, I think that, well, for me, I also believe that both things happen in the same time. For sure, Fuma killed her for sure.
Yeah, on the real world, because...
yes, because she dreamed about it, like some volumes before. She had dreamed about it, and the same scene happened in this on the latest volume that's not published yet. In those 5 chapters that we have. So, and I think that maybe it's something like her soul was killed by Hinoto.
Yeah,
and
her
her body
by
by Fuma. Something like that. Something that we saw in Tsubasa. Like, you have the Sakura body and Sakura soul. So maybe it's like a reflection of what's going on in the real world versus the dream world.
Yeah.
So... so what else after Arashi kills Sorata?
Arashi passed to the Dragon
Yeah,
of the Earth.
unless, I mean, I don't think she would pass for real. Maybe she would just, when they say that whenever a dragon of Earth perishes, a dragon of Heaven will as well. So maybe it's not really past the other side, but just the fact that she's no longer...
No, but I think
capable
she will.
of... You think?
Yeah, I think she will, because we have early drawing in which she's like...
oh, that's true. The first page, you have Subaru and you have her.
Yeah, we have
Arashi. Yeah, that's true. So she could turn to the other side.
Maybe they won't all turn to the other side.
Yes, yes.
I also expect Kamui to pass to the other side.
Really?
Yeah.
How so?
He never been able to do a Kekai. He don't belong with this guy.
Oh, but
he will switch with the with Fuma, and Fuma will
really?
go with the other guys.
Wow, I never thought about that. But how? and then Fuma will be able to create a Kekai?
Yep.
Why so?
Because he can. He's Kamui Prime.
Well, I don't know. It did happen in Tsubasa, because Tsubasa, they were switched. I mean, Fuma was with the Dragon of Heaven, and Kamui was with the Dragon of Earth. So maybe that was a hint of what was to come. Yeah. Sorry.
But I think Kamui will realize that yes, he preferred the world where the city hall is in water and stuff, and he doesn't want humanity to survive. Kotori is dead, and he has no reason to save
anymore. Well, we'll see. But don't you think about the final pages, the final battle that not final, because we still have like 2.5 volumes.
Yeah.
But so it may not be the final battle. It's really not. But the last one that we saw, they were the dragons of Heaven. They were all wrapped around sheets.
Yep.
But it was so weird, because when you were looking at a dream sequence, that's fine, because it looks like
dreamy.
It looks dreamy. It looks
prophetic. It looks
yes,
hiding stuff.
Yes, but in real life,
concealing.
that's weird, because what are they doing wrapping those in those sheets? And it's not even. I mean, it's not.
Not even coats. They are just sheet. I mean.
Yeah, and they're all ragged. You know, like the.
Yeah, they are cheap and
Yes.
broken or tore apart.
Yes, they're torn apart. So it's weird. I mean, it didn't.
Is it this cold?
No, or is it really necessary? I mean, it looks nice in dreams, but it just looked off in
reality.
in reality. So, well, but that's how they envision it. Okay, so we've been talking a lot.
Yep.
It's been 53 minutes, or
Already?
I may cut it, so it may be shorter
Okay.
after. And I don't know if I will publish, but if you're hearing this, that's because I published. That's because we liked it and we published it. But if you're not hearing, that's because we hate
It was
it.
too.
It was too
lame.
So this was the first one, the first Clam Talk, which we may or may not.
I was second part.
Yeah, have a second or third or a series or whatever. It all depends on how much you guys like this one. And of course, if you do end up doing more of it, then we're gonna have like a script and sections, like corners, like I mean, something that we will divide the talk between in parts, not just uncontrolled talk like today.
We'll have more plan in the future.
Yes.
But for today, it is over.
Yes. So thanks for listening.
Thank you.
And this is Marianne, the
Clam freak.
clam freak, and this is Chibiyuuto, the other clam freak. Bye bye.
Bye.